Welcome to another edition of the Go Nose Podcast. I am your host, Gregory McCoy. This podcast is by a fan for fans. I am not a journalist. I am not a reporter. I am not an insider. I do not work for a website. The majority of my content comes from me, in my opinion. Other information comes from the internet. Instant reaction, week 1, 2023, Florida State versus LSU. Tremendous win. We got a lot of mistakes that we have to clean up offensively and defensively. I think we're back. I think we can say that now. I think when you're the number 8 team and you beat the number 5 team, I think you can officially say that we're back. I think getting Clemson early benefits us. So I don't think there's anyone on the schedule that can beat us. The talent that we have on both sides of the ball, I think we can go all the way. I think Jaden Daniels might be the best quarterback that we face all year. So it's just a matter of can Mike Norvell keep these guys focused for 12 games. I know LSU has very good offensive linemen, very good defensive linemen. The kid Wingo is a future first-round pick in the NFL draft. His get-off is tremendous. He has tremendous upper body strength, tremendous technique, and he dominated. I didn't understand some of the quick screens that they kept throwing. And again, I said this last year, some of the in-game adjustments just come too slow for me. I would like to see quicker in-game adjustments from the offense from Mike Norvell. I thought that the running game should have been at the forefront. I thought Benson should have been featured a little bit more. I understand that it wasn't there. It opened up later in the game. But I think going forward, you need to try to establish the run. Jordan Travis in the first half kind of reverted back to his previous self where he was just making boneheaded throws and mistakes. Later on in the game, he kind of went back to his later season form of last year. I mean, the Jordan Travis from the last couple of games of last season, that's the guy we want. We don't want that guy from the first half of this game. You know, just throwing the ball up in there. Sometimes you got to just take the sack. Sometimes you just got to throw it away. You know, don't put your team in adverse conditions by just throwing the ball up in the air like that. But tremendous win. Keon Coleman lived up to the hype. We know what Wilson is. Jaheim Bell showed me some things. We didn't see Marqueston Douglas. I don't remember seeing him. I thought that he would have played some sort of role in this game. I don't remember seeing him. Number 55, the dude from Western Michigan, I didn't see him later on in the game. I hope he's not injured. But the run defense up the middle improved tremendously. I knew Brian Kelly would test them with the run up the middle, and it was stout. The defense played very stout. I mean, I think they allowed too many trips to the red zone. But most of those trips to the end zone, they stood up. And again, just a great team win. We gave up the BS touchdown there at pretty much the end of the game. I didn't like that. So it's just a matter of getting the team to lock in for 12 games, getting the team to lock in for every second of every game. And I think if you can do that, I think you can have a special season. But all in all, I think, you know, it's just a tremendous feeling, man. to be somewhat back, to be ranked, to be relevant, to have good players, to have potentially great players coming in from high school recruiting. Is, you have to give Mike Norvell and his staff the credit. Again, I'll tell you, every time I didn't want Mike Norvell when they first hired him. But I think he's won me over. He's done a tremendous job in the portal. He's done a tremendous job recruiting. He's got this program and this team headed in the right direction. And I can just hope, maybe this season we can lift up that ACC championship trophy, maybe even a national championship. But I would say just slow down on that talk, man. It's just one game. I think LSU is kind of overrated. I don't think they're the number 5 team in the country. I think, whoever does the rankings, they just rank them high because, to get ratings for TV. I didn't think they were a top 5 team, especially with the way they played in some of their games last year. But they have tremendous talent. They have great linebackers. They have great defensive linemen. They have a great offense. And Jaden Daniels might be one of the best quarterbacks in the country. So I just think, again, you got to clean up some of the defensive mistakes. I think, as you go into this next game, you need to work on your running game. You need to make quicker adjustments offensively and defensively. And again, the bugaboo for Florida State is stopping scrambling quarterbacks. I mean, Jaden Daniels could have gotten anything he wanted running the football. So I just think going forward, you have to, do something, spy the quarterback, blitz the quarterback, but you can't just let him run all over the field like that. So I'm ecstatic. I probably don't sound like it because I pretty much don't have a voice because I was yelling like the whole time during this game. But a tremendous win for this program. We're headed in the right direction, and I just can't wait to, hopefully be in the ACC championship or the national championship. I don't want to jump that far, but I just think that, seeing what I saw tonight, I think we've got the talent to be there. So, on to the next game. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate the support. The podcast is available on YouTube and all podcast platforms. And as always, go Noles.